Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Marvel Legends review. This time I got the 85 Years Wave Superior Spider-Man. This figure, depending on where you got it, retailed for $24.99 to like 27, 28, even $30. I was able to get mine when Amazon had it priced for $24.99, and I know some people got it at Target for that same price. So just depending on where you find it, it might be a different price. Anyway, this figure represents when Doc Ock took over Peter Parker's body and became Spider Man. So, on the package here, we have the Superior Spider Man there, Marvel 85 years there. We got the background as well as the plastic in there. This box is also pretty small, too, which I appreciate. Even if it's to cut costs, it is a welcomed change. There's the barcode if you need it. There's the Superior Spider-Man art on the back, and then on the sides is all of that. I do wish that this came with a read-up of the character, like it does with the Cabal 3-pack. That would have been nice. Anyway, so he does not come with this has repulse stand. I just put him on that stand so he would look good for the opening shot of this review. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. So he comes with 3 sets of hands. He's got his thwippers on right now. He also comes with a pair of wall crawling hands. Those are painted red, which I do appreciate. And he comes with some fisted hands, also painted on the palms there. Love that. And on the thwippers, of course. He's got 2 alternate heads as well as 2 different backpacks. So this one is the one that doesn't have any of the arms protruding out of it. And then obviously he has the ones on him as well. The one that has that we'll take a look at in a little bit. He also has 2 different heads here. So he has this one which has the like the New York skyline in it. Looks really good. The skyscrapers. They did a good job on this helmet. This mask really looks good, and we will put it on this figure, but I actually wanted to put it on a different figure first. This is the retro card Spidey from 2020. I'm always afraid of taking his head off. Alright, but yeah, this looks really good. I like how this looks. The colors don't quite match up, but they're actually not too far off. The Superior Spider-Man has a bit more of a pink hue to it, whereas the Retro Card Spidey has a bit more of an orange hue. It doesn't give him that much of a neck, but if anything, it makes him look better proportionally. But yeah, if you want to do a head swap like that, you can. I considered doing it, and I might do that. Put that on my shelf. Anyway, let's... Oop. All my other Spider-Men are falling over. Let's get him off of this flight stand here. And we could take a look at Superior Spider-Man. Get those thighs up there. He does have drop-down thighs. Or hips, rather. Alright. Squaring them up. And let's go ahead and take a look at that alternate backpack. Get him out of the way here. Oop, come on. Stand up, you. So yeah, he comes with 4 of these extra arms, or arms on the backpack, rather. They are triple joint or quadruple jointed, 1 at the base, and then 3 more along the leg. Now he can stand up using these legs, although I've had a tough time actually getting him to do that. I might be able to just do it like this, but yeah, you can kind of see he kind of sags down. It is doable. I have seen people do it, but it's just not something that's very easy to do. So maybe like this. Yeah, I don't know how I would do it, but there you go. He's standing on his wall legs there. So it can be done. It's just not something that's easy to do, especially if you want to pose him in certain poses. Just for the rest of this review, though, I am going to move this out of the way. So here is the Superior Spider-Man, and put that on him, as you can see how that goes on. This one is a little tough to get off, but it can be done. So this figure hasn't had a Marvel Legend for over, 10 years? The last one we got was the only other one we got. And he had black lenses on the old version. This one obviously has the new white lenses as well as the city skyline. What is interesting though is that these are two different head sculpts. They're not the same. If you notice on this one, the points of his eyes go towards each other, whereas these ones they kind of curve down. So it is two separate head sculpts, which I thought was just very interesting. I'm quite surprised that they did that. Let me take off this head sculpt and put on this one. And yeah, this looks great. I'm loving this. This is how I'm going to be displaying mine, and with the wall legs. But the detail here is very nice. So he's got his bracers on both sides with the red dot in the middle. I believe that's painted, not molded. I could be wrong though. His upper body is not the Renew Your Vows body. It is a different body, which, you know, I kind of do like. It makes him proportionally look a little bit better. His shoulders do look a bit big, but I'm okay with that. It gives us more articulation. And the head is a bit low down on the neck, but from the side, honestly, it doesn't look bad at all. Like, I have no issue with that. He got a thick neck, though. The legs are complete reuse of Renew Your Vows from the hips down, and with the toe bend as well. So, you know, if you wanted to actually put toe bend on your spider shot, you could just swap the legs out, remove the red paint, but that's not something I'm going to be doing. But you could do that if you wanted to. The paintwork on the web lines is nice. As you can see, it is asymmetrical, and they did a good job of capturing that. You know, it kind of looks like an actual spider web, rather than, you know, just being symmetrical and just spider-like. The spider logo looks good on the front there. Got no complaints there. I do like that. You can kind of see that there is a bit of a gap in the waist swivel there. I was kind of expecting this, but it's still, you know, it kind of sucks to see. But, you know, most people are probably going to have this guy in a decent looking pose, so it's not going to be as noticeable. And also the figure is molded in the black plastic, so I don't think it's going to show up all that much. He also has the line work on his shoulders here, as well as the butterfly joint for the rest of that logo. Looks good. And we'll put this back on. And articulation wise, you know, he gets pretty much all the articulation you want, although with the back, the backpack does get in the way, but he can still do this pose, although that does look a little weird. They even painted the web lines on that section there too, which they didn't have to do that, but that's really cool that they did. It's not on that side. Didn't think it would be. And let's see, he can touch his own shoulder. Can he touch his own shoulder? Not really. He can't touch his own shoulder. Doesn't even come close. Unless I do it like this. Yeah, no. He can't touch his own shoulder. Can he kick his own ass, though? No. Can't kick his own ass either. That sucks. Oh well. Otherwise, all the other articulation you'd want's there. The drop down hips are pretty good, although you might have to finesse it a little bit. And, you know, kicks forward. No problems there. So let's go ahead and see how he looks next to some other figures. He stands at about 6¼ inches tall with this head sculpt on. And let's see, one of these arms fully extended is about... Oop, what's going on with my ruler here? Fully extended, this is almost 8 inches long. It's pretty long. Oof. That's some pretty big Waldos. I think that's what they're called. Waldos. Alright, let's start off with our Spider-Man. So, the other one that has a red and black color scheme in my collection is the Spider Shot figure. And the Spider Shot figure is a little bit tall. That's just because of where they put the neck peg on this guy. He does have the problem with the crotch, though. So, if you actually wanted to swap the legs over, I don't think that that's a bad swap. And, you know, the reds... I think you could fudge the reds matching. This one's a little bit more scarlet. This one's a little bit more pink. But yeah, it could be done if you want to have a decent looking Spider Shot that doesn't have that thigh gap. Ugh, look at that thigh gap. Yee. Sorry. Anyway, back to Spider-Man. I already showed him, but here is the retro card Spider-Man here for 2020. They're about the same height, I'd say. Maybe, actually, no, they're not. I always had a problem with him, like, leaning to one side. As you can see, one leg's a bit lower than the other. That's unfortunate. Let's see, what other Spider-Man? I guess we can go into our live-action Spider-Man. Here is Japanese Spider-Man, or as a lot of people call him, Spiderman. Dumb. And we got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man here. He almost fell over. And we got the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. And of course, our last one here is the Scarlet Spidey. A lot of Spider-Mans in my collection. Collection just keeps growing. We got 7 Spider-Man figures. Yeah, it's a lot of Spider-Man. Let's get them out of the way now, and we'll look at him next to some other characters. Some villains this time. I'll get you out of there. Here is Doc Ock, the Alfred Molina version. And here we have the Iron Patriot, Norman Osborn. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like how these look all together. Obviously, you know, he didn't become... Anyway, just thought you'd like to see that. Get them out of the way. Bring Scarlet Spider back in. And you know what? Let's start in reverse order with our size comparisons. Here's a Star Wars Black Series retro card of Boba Fett. Come on, Spidey. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. We have the G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Outback. The Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black. And now we move on to our 7-inch scaled stuff. We got our wrestling figures, the Mattel WWE Elite 100 John Cena, the Samoa Joe from AEW Unrivaled, also Jazzwares. We have the Halo Spartan Collection Spartan Yoroi. From McFarlane, we have the Gold Label Arkham City Batman, and finally, our Build-A-Figure Atrocitus from DC Multiverse as well. So, if you haven't already gotten this figure, what are you doing? Go out, buy this figure. It's absolutely fantastic. Love the head sculpts on this one. These wall pieces are just great and fun to play around with, although I did notice them getting a little warped or loose, just a little bit. It is a softer plastic, so it is a little bit malleable, but otherwise I think you're going to have a great time with this figure. Posing it's a lot of fun. Make sure you get a flight stand, though. He really, really looks good on a flight stand. Highly recommended. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this figure. Is it a part of your collection? And also let me know what other of Marvel Legends figures you want to see me review. I do have at least one more on the backlog for Marvel Legends reviews on Friday. But until then, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.